As a child, I loved going to work with my mom. Go to work with your parents day. I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but it used to be the highlight of my life. Because one, I was able to skip school, then spend the entire day with my mom where she worked at the Texas Medical Center. And there was a McDonald's connected to the hospital, so it was a great time. Last year, my mom shared a story with me about running into an old patient of hers who asked about me. He said, "How is your daughter? And did she become the tax attorney that she said she wanted to become?" When she told me this, it unlocked a forgotten memory that happened about 20 to 25 years ago. My first thought was, did I really want to be a tax attorney at 10? But then fast forward to the present, it really unlocked dreams and memories that I completely forgot. But fast forward to the present, she let him know, well, she's not a tax attorney, but she is an attorney, and she loves what she does. He said, good for her. It all worked out. The world didn't stop her. But little did he know, the world almost stopped me. Reflecting on it now, I realized that society and expectations heavily influenced my beliefs, my dreams, and my aspirations. There is an unconscious pressure to follow a certain path to achieve success, which creates limitations on diversity and individuality. That mindset deters individuals from pursuing their dreams if they don't align with the predefined trajectory that we usually see. The world greatly influences our thoughts and perspectives by subtly guiding us to believe that certain dreams or certain life goals must be attained by a certain method and within a certain time frame in your life. I too once fell victim of this. For example, there's no single way to be a president, a lawyer, or even a doctor, but society still suggests that there's a certain route you must take, and it must be done in a specific time. So again, I too fell victim of this trap of thinking, but instead of conforming, I used 4 principles to help me redefine my path and my journey. So the first principle is to keep the dream, but redefine the path. The second is to reimagine the how. The third is to re-envision the when. And 4, be ready and open for change. So the first principle, reimagine the path. So social norms are defined as perceived informal rules that outline how we interact and communicate with others. It also defines acceptable and appropriate conduct, which thus guides human behavior. And again, although social norms play a crucial role in making sure we interact a certain way or communicate a certain way, it can still pose those limitations on an individual level. To redefine and reimagine your path, you must embrace the potential beyond the norms and what you may see. Recognizing there are possibilities beyond anything you've seen or anything you even thought of enables you to think innovatively, take risk, and challenge boundaries. It's all about having the desire and the courage to think of a new reality and also the determination to make it a reality. So for me, I had a plethora of interests in my life, and I tried to go after each one. In my 20s, I ran my own event planning company. I delved into marketing. I even bartended a little bit, and I also became a flight attendant. And to most people, they thought the sequence of jobs was peculiar, to say the least, wondering why I didn't stick to one thing. But for me, it was about exploring all of my passions and not letting anything leave untapped. But despite exploring my interests and doing things that I loved, there was always this lingering fear in the back of my mind, wondering if that exploration would hinder my ultimate dream in the long run. For example, if I didn't go to law school by 25, would I be a general counsel at 40, or could I still be a partner at a firm by 40? The chances were pretty slim to none, just from what I've seen. But again, those were expectations from outside influence that I was using to rely on to serve as my destiny and my journey. So I implore us all to think beyond what we've seen or even what we may think, because the potential is endless and you have to embrace it. The second principle is to redefine the how. So although we try to break free of the traditional mold and redefine the norm, there are still certain careers and even life goals that still tend to follow a predefined trajectory. For instance, most people are expected to go receive a higher education, get a stable job, and then start a family. And although there is nothing inherently wrong with any of those goals, it's essential to know that happiness, success, and life fulfillment comes in many forms. And although these conventional routes offer a clear roadmap and usually a support system, they unintentionally confine individuals from exploring alternative options that may better fit with their talents and interests. So for me personally, I explored it all, just because I felt like I could not go on without expressing interest and passions and not seeing how it would unfold. And all of those roles in my life helped make me a well-rounded and diverse individual, traits that really helped me as a general counsel today, something that I didn't think that I can achieve because I was looking at a plan that was not my own. The third principle is to re-envision the win. As we're talking about social norms, they also tend to dictate a timeline for when we're supposed to achieve certain milestones in our life. For example, there is a tendency to believe that you have to pursue a higher education and finish at a certain time, get a stable job in your 20s, get married in your late 20s, early 30s, buy a home, start a family. And it's kind of that trajectory that should be followed. But we again have to remember that life fulfillment, happiness, and success comes in many forms. And your life and your happiness should not be dictated on someone else's timeline, because everyone's journey is unique and there is no one-size-fits-all in life. And we should want to have happiness, fulfillment, and go after those dreams and aspirations throughout our entire life. So that final principle is to be ready and open for change. It's kind of like the catch-all. So as a flight attendant, we embrace this motto called be like a palm tree. It meant to move like a palm tree in the wind, being flexible but never breaking. As a flight attendant, that was one of the hardest jobs for me because as a certified planner, literally, it was hard to not know if I would wake up and go to Montreal's cold weather or be on the beaches of Grand Cayman. But that taught me to embrace and be open and ready for change, because that is inevitable. Change is inevitable. So learning how to navigate through it smoothly will help you move smoothly. So after reflecting on that experience with my mom and the story she told me, it really brought forth forgotten memories and forgotten moments and dreams that really helped shape me into the person I am today. And I hope that my journey shows as a adaptability and the evolution of dreams over time. So as I leave you all today, I want to leave you with one final thought. Let the plans, the journey, and the path of others be mere blueprints of inspiration, but do not let those blueprints dictate the development of your own lives. Have a great one.